Good evening, and welcome to the spring concert for the RANSOM Middle School Band. We have some incredibly fun music for you tonight, but before we start anything, I would like for us all to stand for the playing of our national anthem by Miss Gracie Furlow on trumpet. We got our flag right over here. All right. Come on up, Gracie. Guts of steel, this young lady. Let's hear it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here this evening. Our first performing group of the night is one of our largest groups of the day. This is our Jazz 2, led by Mr. Kershaw. They're going to kick us off tonight with a little bit of Moana. Jazz 2, the stage is yours. fantastic job, Jazz 2. Very, very well done. So while Jazz 2 go ahead and begins the process of getting off the stage and concert band coming to the stage, we're going to have Miss Madeline Willette. She's headed over here to the marimba right now, and she is going to perform for you a really cool marimba solo that she played last weekend at our solo and ensemble event. And she earned a superior rating at this event. So while we do all the yucky stuff of changing all the sets and stuff, she's going to entertain you with the playing of her marimba. So if I could draw your attention to the left side of the stage, concert band members, as soon as Madeline begins, quietly bring your instrument, choir stand, and music on up here and get seated. the screen says, the next stage on band is our concert band. These are one of our groups that we take to our concert MPA each year. And I was really excited when Mr. Kershaw asked if I would come conduct the concert band on one of their songs tonight. So we're going to open with a really fun one called Falcon Fanfare. this year's concert band, the song that they just played, the Sea Song Trilogy, was one of the songs they played at our concert MPA back on March 13th. And the Ransom Concert Band this year scored an all superior rating on stage. Let's hear it one more time for the concert band. All right, now we're going to do a little experimenting, and we're going to do this because of a really fun trip we're about to take to Universal Studios. So we're going to have the symphonic band come up and join the concert band for a combined performance of Harry Potter. So if all of my symphonic band students can now carefully make your way up to the stage. Concert band students, if you know your combined seating is in a different spot than where you are now, carefully move to your combined setup. Little musical chairs. So the next group on the stage is our Ransom Middle School Symphonic Band. This is also one of our groups that we take to concert MPA each year. They perform the same day the concert band did. And we, just as the concert band, are going to perform for you one of the pieces that we did that evening. This next song is called Songs of Old Kentucky, opening with an alto saxophone solo. to do this because I also did this 2 years ago. But this evening is kind of a emotional moment for me because it's my final Hillcrest concert conducting my own son. He's in the 8th grade this year, and a matter of fact, they're picking on him now because I didn't tell him I was going to do this. He is the one that played the opening alto saxophone solo for that piece. Jerry, will you stand up? It really is a special treat to be able to have taught him for the past 3 years. He has blossomed. He is a fantastic saxophone player. I am sending him off to Tate High School next year. I know, big tears, but he's going to rock it out there. All right, and just as Mr. Kershaw invited me to conduct concert band song, I'm going to invite Mr. Kershaw to come conduct our final symphonic band piece. Before he comes to the stage, though, I do want to do one more recognition of this group of students. They, just as well as the concert band, when they traveled to our MPA 3 weeks ago, scored straight superior ratings on the stage with their performance for those judges. Let's hear it for the RANSOM Symphonic Band. Kershaw and I decided about halfway through the year, say, you know what, we're going to ramp things up this year. We're going to play some really challenging music. And we did exactly that. And those students rose to the occasion. But we don't do nothing but just challenging music. We also play some really fun stuff. For instance, this next song, the symphonic band is going to show us how to train your dragon. Mr. Kershaw? Band, fantastic. Have a seat for me real quick. Before I send the Symphonic Band down and the stars of our show up to the stage, I want to take 1 second to do some recognizing of students. Back first semester, we had an event called the Escandia All-County Middle School Band that quite a few of the RANSOM Middle School members attended and were stars of. If you were a member, even in the audience or on stage, of the Escandia Middle School All-County Band this school year, stand and let's be recognized. Right across the audience too. Yeah, very nice. Wonderful job. Now, you've heard me mention this once or twice so far, and you've probably wondered why a couple of students have little medals on. Well, last weekend, RANSOM Middle School sent a lot of students, about 80, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Kershaw, to our solo and ensemble event, where those students got to go into a room with a piano player and play a solo all by themselves or group up in an ensemble and perform. So many of our students, even beginning band students, participated in this event. If you went to solo and ensemble last weekend, will you please stand and be recognized? Out of all those students that RANSOM Middle School sent to solo and ensemble, 67 of our students earned a superior rating in their performance in front of that judge. And I think that is fantastic. I think it's just fantastic. All right. As we have the Symphonic Band come off the stage and our stars of the show, the future top ensemble members, our beginning band, come to the stage, we're going to have one of our ensembles that performed at S&E last week and come to the floor right up here. This is a brass quintet featuring Gracie Furlow, Jaden Johnson, Kendra McDonald, Charlie Lichardello, and Stephen Hill. When I dismiss Symphonic Band Quintet, come right on up here to the floor, bring a stand with you, and go ahead and show the audience some Old Man River. Beginning band, as soon as some Symphonic Band So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being patient with us as we do all this transitional stuff. I know it's a lot. But every group you've heard so far this evening has been comprised of 7th and 8th grade students, with one exception who is a 6th grader who came in already having a whole lot of experience. It's Bailey Combs. I know she's out here somewhere. There she is. Now, the students on the stage in front of you make up our beginning band class. Nothing but 6th grade students. These students have only been playing their instrument for this school year. Mr. Kershaw has labeled them the future. That's exactly what they are. They are the future band students that we take to all those big performances like we just talked about with our last few performing groups. So we're going to start off tonight with a really fun tune called Mechanical Monsters. But before we do that, every day we have a special warm-up exercise that we use. Now, since these students haven't played yet tonight, we're going to go through that. And since they're 6th graders, we keep things lighthearted. We named this warm-up the Stank Warm-Up. So here you go, 4 little quick exercises making up the Stank Warm-Up to get our beginning band rocking and rolling. So if you have a 6th grade band member at home, you probably already know this, but we meet beginning band 3 periods of the day. So our brass and our woodwinds and our percussion are all separate. So the songs that you're going to hear on stage tonight, they've only had a chance to play it together just a very few times before they do it tonight. I think you're going to love this. We're going to open up with Mechanical Monsters. So this next song, featured in Mary Poppins, everybody knows this one, but not everybody can say the word. So in class, we just kind of abbreviated it. We called it Super Callie. And funny enough, we have a Callie on trumpet in the back row back there. We kind of adopted that as her little nickname. Super Callie, are you ready? Yes, she is. All right, let's hear it. The beginning band with Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Before we play our final song for the evening, Mr. Kershaw, I'll keep you on track here so I don't forget to say something. All right. So first thing, I want to thank all of you for being here this evening. Thank you for putting your students in our band program. Mr. Kershaw and I love coming to work each and every day because you guys have just wonderful, wonderful children. Thank you for having your students in our band program. I would also like to thank our amazing administration and the support that they give us at RANSOM Middle School. Mr. Al Marsh, Miss HP, and Miss Lipnicki, they're all three here tonight. Principals, would you mind standing up and being recognized? They took time to come to the band concert. Thank you so much. It's so easy to forget just how important a good administration is to a successful program like band, and we have one of the best around at RANSOM Middle School. One of the reasons that we're so successful in our band is they ask us what schedule works for you. A lot of these kids you've seen on stage tonight, they're in that band room 2 and even 3 periods a day taking band just because they love it that much. Our administration allows us to do this. Thank you. I really appreciate it very much. Now, last thing. All right, 2 things, that's right. Oh, no, 3 things then. Okay. Tomorrow, the order forms are due for our band barbecue coming up May 3rd. Band barbecue, what? If your child did not come home and tell you that we were selling barbecue plates for a fundraiser, have them show you that form when you get home tonight, because those forms are due tomorrow. Maybe buy some for the family. This is a big chance for us to raise money for the RANSOM Band. Our Jazz 1, who's not playing tonight, will be featured at that concert. Those order forms are due tomorrow. It is bussin', says Mr. Kershaw. I think that's a term that kids use nowadays. What, it's bussin', no cap? Is that how it goes? No cap, that's right. Okay. Oh, I ate it up. We got to stop at some point, don't we? All right. The moment when we finish this final song, if you are a parent of a band student, I would beg your assistance just for a moment. When we dismiss after this final one, let us borrow your child for about 10 minutes to help us get all this stuff off the stage and into our U-Haul truck. If everybody helps, it can be done like that. If everybody goes home and leaves me and Mr. Kershaw to it, we'll be here all night. So if you can, just give us a few moments of your time, we would really appreciate it. All right, and last thing, I promise, last thing. This is my favorite part though. We do a really fun thing in the RANSOM band called Band Karate. When students progress on their instruments, they earn really fun little karate belts for their progress. And I would like to recognize our beginner band students and their progress with band karate. All right, so when I ask you to stand, be very careful, don't knock over the music stand, beginner band. If you have earned your Book 1 white belt, stand up. That should be all of you. There we go, very good. All right, now, I would like for you to stay standing. I would like for you to stay standing. If you have earned your Book 1 yellow belt, remain standing. Everyone have a seat. Oh, bunch of yellow belts, very good. If you've earned your Book 1 orange belt, remain standing. Everyone else have a seat. Okay, eliminating some of them looks like. If you've earned your Book 1 green belt, remain standing. Everyone else have a seat. Thinning the herd out a little bit, it looks like. If you've earned your Book 1 blue belt, remain standing. Everyone else sit down. Man, we got some achievers in this room. If you've earned your Book 1 purple belt, remain standing. Everyone else sit down. Oh my goodness. All right. If you've earned your Book 1 red belt, remain standing. Getting down to a small few here, it looks like. If you've earned your Book 1 brown belt, remain standing. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. If you completed entirely your first band book and earned your Book 1 black belt, remain standing for me. Let's hear it for our Book 1 black belts. But it doesn't stop there. If you handed in your Book 1 karate chart and said, can I please start on Book 2? Well, let's see what you got now. If you earned your Book 2 yellow belt, remain standing. Oh, thinning them down a little bit. Book 1 orange belt. Okay. Book 1 green belt. And Book 2. How many do we have standing? Raise your hand if you're still standing. It's kind of confusing. I've got 1. 1. Okay. Chase, keep on standing if you earned your Book 2 blue belt. Book 2 purple belt. Book 2 red belt. Book 2 brown belt. Chase, did you get your Book 2 black belt? Yes, you did. Book 2. And he didn't stop there. He handed me that Book 2 chart and said, can I please start Book 3? And within the next day, he got 6 pass-offs to play for me. This young man right here has an incredibly bright future. Chase Redmond, congratulations, young man. You'll be very proud of you. All right. We're going to wrap up tonight's concert. Thank you very much. I better hurry for my ADD kicks in my mallet section over here. So here we go. We have got Chaos Mountain to finish off the night. Let's do it. That does conclude our performance this evening. Thank you again so very much for coming out. If you can, let us borrow your kids for just a few minutes to get the stage cleared, and then you are free to head home. Thank you once again so very much. Have an awesome evening.